We can't think that we're going to go back to the way things were as a result of this coronavirus. The new normal must include distance education or remote learning. We think a STEM education is essential because we're at an inflection point, I believe, in human development. Artificial intelligence, robotics, automation, and other emerging technologies are changing everything. If we are not paying attention to STEM, we can have a well-educated population, but a useless population in the 21st century. Our young learners today are preparing for work tomorrow where they're going to be competing with robots, essentially, and other products from technology. And so we have to prepare them to be the creators of these advancements and not just consumers of it. And at the heart of that is providing STEM education. Not just to some, not just to the ones who with that natural disposition towards technology or the sciences, but to all of our kids, because the numbers are stark and they're real about what's happening in the workforce. Right now we have 665,000 computer science jobs that we're not able to fill. Folks used to think that manufacturing was dark, dingy, and dirty. Well, if you've been to a manufacturing facility right now, it's high tech. As such, our kids need to be ready for those opportunities. We have 2.4 million jobs coming available over the next 10 years, net, when you consider retirement and replacement. And the fields of data analytics and data sciences are developing at a rapid pace. So much so that by 2028, we'll have 2.7 million data science and analytics jobs that we're not going to be able to fill. And cybersecurity is the essential future of our 21st century. In the United States alone, we have somewhere between 300 and 500,000 jobs that we'll need to fill in cybersecurity. Globally, that's a million jobs. And so we must prepare all of our kids with the essential 21st century skills. And when we talk to employers about what sort of skills those are, in education they call them the 4 C's. It's creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, communication. And those 4 C's are crucial to employers. As we look at our young learners, if we prepare them right, if we put underneath them a foundation, not just of our core subjects that we've traditionally taught, but a STEM foundation, by the time they get to high school and get through high school, they'll have 4 legitimate options. They'll have found something during their educational journey that they'll want to sink their teeth into, and they'll go on to college. Incidentally, the college dropout rate is 40%. So we're sending more kids to college than either have a desire to or qualified to go to college. And that doesn't mean that they don't have the aptitude to go to college. It just may mean that college is not for them. So that means we have to also develop kids who are ready for work. And without an essential STEM foundation, they're not going to be ready for work in the 21st century. But with a STEM foundation, we can graduate kids from high school making $50,000 to $100,000 a year. We have that evidence right now. And if we prepare them well still, in this gig economy, kids should come out of high school as entrepreneurs, charting a path to their future. So a STEM education is essential to the development of our young learners for the 21st century. And at 21 Cent Ed, we are committed to partnering with school districts, partnering with schools of all types, charter schools, parochial schools, private schools. Our history is in homeschooling, and so we're an essential partner to homeschoolers. But I dare say parents who want to supplement their child's education to ensure that they're not just relying on a school system that may or may not be ready to provide this comprehensive STEM education, that parents are taking it up on themselves. Part of the challenge in education is that we don't have enough certified teachers to provide this comprehensive STEM education that's necessary. So at 21 Cent Ed, we use a mentorship model. We have built-in lesson plans, built-in curriculums. Our courses are self-paced, they're personalized. We look at mastery as a way for kids to learn. We don't care about what grades they're getting. We want them to complete a project and take as long or as short a time as they need to get that project right. When they get going, they're engaged in that process. They can't fail. They can't fail because every time they fail, it's just an opportunity for them to get it right. And so that's the idea that we use in designing our courses at 21 Cent Ed. So it makes us a really good partner and an engaging partner for students to develop these skills that are necessary for the 21st century.